Hi, my name is Hope Silva. I'm a social worker with Child Protective Services, and you must be Janie.
Yes.
It's so nice to meet you. What do you prefer to go by?
I'm Jane or Jamie.
Okay, and
Yes.
well, why don't we come on in? Let's have a seat. So as you may know, today we're going to be performing an assessment on Inky's permanent placement.
Yes.
But before we begin, I just need to let you know that anything that is said here today is strictly confidential. It's between us. Don't leave this room. However, unless you express that you're a danger to yourself or somebody else, then I am mandated to report that. Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what's going on and your feelings about Inky's removal and situation?
I'm honestly really stressed right now. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know where she is. I don't know what's going on with her current situation. If it's getting dealt with properly, her condition, and if she's safe and they know about it.
I understand. Okay. Well, why don't you tell me a little about Inky's condition and
She has brittle bone disease, which it's a genetic thing. She was born with it. Her father has it, and it just passed through, like it passed on.
Okay. Where is Inky's father now? Is he in the picture or?
No, he's about, I believe, 5 hours away. He has his own wife and another daughter, and he's on his own. He's living separately from us. I haven't talked to him in a couple years.
Okay, so there's not a strong relationship there, and it's not a good support system for you.
No.
Okay. Well, what about your support system that you do have here?
I have my boyfriend Davey, and I do have my parents. Disregarding, the rough past that we've had, they have stepped through and become supporters.
So
Supportive, yeah.
So they're gonna be able to help you, and they're there to support you and help you accomplish your goals, and they're there and they want to support in getting Inky back.
Yes.
Of course. Okay, good. I'm glad that you have a good support system. That's very important moving forward, and I'm glad to hear that. That's definitely a strength. What do you mean by rough past? Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yes. I believe from the age of 8 to 15, I was sexually abused by my father, and it kind of stopped at the age of 15, and that's whenever I started, going down this rough path that I'm on right now.
That's kind of when things
Went sideways.
yes. For you, and you feel like you've been struggling.
Yes.
Especially since you were about 15 or 16.
Yeah.
What kind of issues have you been facing that make you feel like you're struggling so much?
I can't get a job. I have no transportation. If I do get a job, I have no way of getting there besides walking. My living situation right now isn't the ideal situation I want, and I kind of need a job to support myself and to get on the correct road. I used to, drink, party. My mind isn't where it needs to be focused on the correct path.
The correct path. And what does the correct path look like for you? What is?
I dropped out of school in 8th grade, so I need to get my GED. That would be the first step of it all. Getting a place where I can do that or I can study for it, and then after that go to college so I can get a better job and support if Inky does come back on my own without any support.
So being there for Inky is really something that you want to work towards, and that's really your priority. You just need help to get over your issues at the moment so that you can be there for her.
Be the mom that she needs, yes.
And so that's really great that you're able to recognize that and recognize what you need to do to get there, and it's a really good step. It's a positive step, and I'm glad to hear that.
Living situation.
Yeah, so with your living situation, what I hear you saying is that you really want to be more independent, and you want to be able to support yourself, and you want to get away from this rough path and the struggling.
Yes.
I hear that you mentioned that partying and alcohol is an issue for you.
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate on that, or?
Since I live with my boyfriend Davey, he kind of contributes to that. Whenever I get really stressed, I kind of try to escape from it, avoid it at all costs, and so I escape to parties and just kind of drown my myself, and not the best thing to do. I kind of drown myself with friends and alcohol and drugs, and it's not the ideal situation I need.
So you tend to
Drift towards it.
to be dependent upon drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
And that's something that you really use to cope.
Yes.
Do you think that sounds about right? Okay. Well, moving forward, when did the drug and alcohol use really start?
About whenever I was 15 or 16, when the abuse stopped, that was my way of coping with that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's whenever I started going down the wrong path.
So there's definitely a correlation there, you think?
Yes.
Do you think that if we were to work towards addressing those issues of your childhood trauma, that you might be able to, I guess, move forward and just do better in life if we're able to address those issues?
Yeah.
Would you be open to maybe counseling? I could help you look into something like that and get that started. And
It'd be a big change, but if it's what needs to be done, then yes.
definitely what needs to be done so you can move forward, and that's definitely something that sounds like you want to do.
Yes.
So I'm very thrilled that I'll be able to help you with that and get you all the resources you need to succeed. So that's really my goal, is to help you address these issues. And once we can address these issues together and come up with a game plan, then we can get Inky, we can assess to where is the best place for Inky, for your daughter.
Yeah, I really just want her home with me.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm sure that is rough.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you see yourself in the future once you get your daughter back? I mean, do you have further goals? Is there something else that you want for us to accomplish here today, or other issues in your life that you want to help work towards or overcome?
Just mainly, being able to support Inky and myself on my own without, having my boyfriend Davey, who's a really bad influence, or my parents who, probably, yes, they'd love to be in her life, but they're not the best fit to be in her life.
Mm-hmm.
Just be able to fresh start, clean slate, start over, give her the childhood that she needs to have to grow up and be, a successful adult.
Mm-hmm.
So it's mainly getting my life in order for her to have a good life, a good childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get her to school, finish her education, and if I finish mine, then it might, show her that, hey, it can be done.
Something that sounds very important to you, setting the example and helping your daughter break the cycle.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's all great. So, well, I guess that concludes today's meeting. Like I said, moving forward, we should definitely set up a time so we can meet again, and so we can kind of go over these things, and I can get you those resources that we talked about right now, and then just go from there and see what we can do and where we're at with Inky and where to put her.
Okay.
So it's been great talking with you and getting to know you a little bit, and I look forward to our next meeting.
Yes.
If you want to step up to the front office, they'll be able to reschedule that for you, and we can get that going.
Awesome.
So
Thank you.
we'll right this way, and you have a great day, and thanks. Bye.